Welcome to 2minutenglish.com, teaching you English through 2-minute lessons.
In this lesson, you will learn how to say you got a new job through some English conversations.
Where did you go in the morning, Kelly? Where have you been?
I went for a job interview.
How was it?
I got the job.
That's great. What kind of job is it?
I'll be teaching at the high school.
Teaching is a good job. Do you think you will like it?
I'm sure I'll like it. That's why I applied to be a teacher. Now I'll be one.
Hi there, Kelly.
Hello, Ted.
You haven't been around. Where have you been, Busy Bee?
I got a new job at Connery High School.
That's great. Since when?
I started last week.
Congratulations, Kelly. So, are you working as a teacher?
Yes, I teach science there now.
Hello, Jim. I have something to tell you.
Ted, what's the matter?
I got a new job.
Okay, so you are leaving us.
It's just that it's closer to my house.
Are they paying you more than we do?
A bit more, yeah.
Where will you be working?
I'll be at V-Box downtown branch.
Yeah, V-Box has been recruiting a lot of our staff.
Yes, even the recruiter told me so. Hi, Wilson.
Ted, haven't seen you in a few weeks. Did you quit your job?
Yeah, sorry, Wilson. I couldn't tell you earlier.
No problem. What are you doing these days?
I got a new job.
Great. Where are you working now?
I'm now working at V-Box.
You are so lucky, Ted. I've always wanted to be a part of the V-Box team.
Don't worry, Wilson. I'll let you know as soon as they start hiring again.
I went for a job interview. I got the job. I started last week. Yes, I teach science there now.
I got a new job. I'll be at V-Box downtown branch. I'm now working at V-Box.
Welcome to 2minutenglish.com, teaching you English through 2-minute lessons.
In this lesson, you'll learn how to speak when you wish to do something at some other time. Murphy, aren't you studying?
I've just finished. Let me watch South Park.
I guess it's your turn to clean the kitchen today.
We had a deal, Kate. Don't you remember the laundry?
Murphy, that deal is already done. I cleaned the carpets. You better clean up the kitchen now.
All right. I'll do that later. For now, let me watch TV.
My kids get on my nerves these days.
Guess they are not kids anymore.
Guess not. Every time I try to tell them to do something, I get a do it later reply.
My kids say that too. It's a teenage problem.
I never did that when I was a teenager.
Then probably you should do it now.
What do you mean?
When your kids ask you for something, reply, "I'll do it later."
Yeah, that might be a good solution.
I've tried it, and it brought me good results. Have you already fixed the car, Murphy?
No, I was thinking about doing it later in the afternoon.
You've been saying that since Monday.
I promise it'll be done by evening. Have you ironed my clothes?
No, I will do it later.
Please stop saying that. I need to go out.
Then go and fix the car right now.
Okay, I got the message.
Austin, how are you?
I'm fine, Kate. I was looking for you.
For me? Why?
Can you review this article for me?
Sure.
Actually, I was planning to submit it by this afternoon.
I need to cook something for the children. Will it be fine if I do it later?
It's fine. I'm in no hurry.
All right, Austin. I'll do it later for sure. You better clean up the kitchen now.
Alright, I'll do that later. For now, let me watch TV.
Every time I try to tell them to do something, I get a do it later reply.
No, I will do it later. You've been saying that since Monday.
Will it be fine if I do it later? I'll do it later for sure.
Welcome to 2minutenglish.com, teaching you English through 2-minute lessons.
In this lesson, you will learn how to use the idiom, call it a day, in your conversation.
The idiom call it a day means to stop working on something for the rest of that day, whether or not it's completed.
That's correct. It means to quit an activity for the rest of the day, or for the present time and continue it the next day.
I'm tired. Let's call it a day.
Are you kidding? You just got here.
Yes, I'm kidding. I was just giving you an example. Let me give you another one. Larry was working late last night. I told him to call it a day and go home.
Wow, that's surprising. Larry really worked late?
Nope, just another example.
Yeah, I didn't think Larry would do that. He's usually the one to call it a day at noon.
One more thing. Calling it a day also means to stop some activity altogether. For example, the fossil fuels will be all exhausted in the future, and the oil industry will have to call it a day.
Good example. However, teasing Larry like that is not good. We better call it a day.
I know that, Martha. In fact, Larry is really competent. He usually completes his work by noon.
I noticed that too.
All right, let's listen to some conversations now.
Larry, what are you doing? You just shut down your computer.
I'm calling it a day. I'm off to the beach for a family outing.
It's 2 o'clock, Larry. What about the program codes?
Don't worry, I've already updated them. Why don't you take a look?
Okay, everything looks fine.
I've also designed the widget you told me about and sent it to your email.
Okay, thank you so much. I think I can call it a day soon, too.
Tina, is that you? Still here at 9 p.m.?
Oh, Martha, I can't get my algorithms done.
Sometimes it's best to put them away and start fresh later.
Yeah, I think I'll just work 1 more hour.
No, it's late already. Let's call it a day, Tina.
Yeah, my brain is not working now. I think it's time to call it a day.
Our team is behind by 8 runs.
Yeah, and only 1 inning is left in the game.
Looks like they might as well call it a day.
I hate to admit it, but our team doesn't stand a chance.
Yep, let's call it a day and go home.
I'm tired. Let's call it a day. I told him to call it a day and go home.
He's usually the one to call it a day at noon.
I'm calling it a day.
I think I can call it a day soon, too. I think it's time to call it a day.
Let's call it a day and go home.
Welcome to 2minutenglish.com, teaching you English through 2-minute lessons.
In this lesson, you will learn about the idiom dead right and how to use it in your conversations.
To be dead right means to be certain that something or someone is correct.
Yes, this is an idiom which means that something is correct without a doubt.
Will you give us an example, Susan?
Sure, you were dead right when you said that Mike would arrive at 9.
Good example. That was because I know Mike very well, so dead right means something is absolutely correct.
Right. This is an expression that we can use when we want to agree with people, right?
You are dead right. It is.
Very good, Sam. You've used it correctly.
Thank you, Susan. Okay, let's learn some more by listening to some conversations.
Good idea. It'll be helpful.
Glory, where are the car keys?
I saw you put them in your pocket.
I'm sorry, I don't think they're there.
They were in the right pocket of your blue coat, I'm telling you.
Hey, you're dead right. The keys were there all along.
Man, tell me how to find who's that annoying caller. I don't recognize the number.
He just keeps calling and hanging up?
Yes, and when I call back, no one ever picks up.
I bet it's your little brother. Call the number from my phone.
You're dead right. It was him.
See? Don't get stressed over such small things, Sam. Sam, can you guess the speed of the latest super train?
Sure I can. It's faster than a normal train.
Clever answer. You're dead right, my friend.
Glory, do you know the answer to the math question on page 3?
Yep, it's 5.555.
Dead right.
Math is my best subject. Ask me another.
You are dead right. It is.
Hey, you're dead right.
You're dead right.
You're dead right, my friend.
Dead right.
Welcome to 2minutenglish.com, teaching you English through 2-minute lessons.
In this lesson, you will learn about the idiom all ears and how to use it in your conversations.
Let's learn about the idiom all ears.
That's great. I'm interested in idioms. All ears means listening to something very carefully, right?
That's correct. When we are very eager to listen to something or somebody, we can use the idiom all ears.
Alright, so all ears means listening to something very attentively.
Correct. Let me give you an example. We were all ears when the news came on.
Good. So when somebody is extremely interested in listening to something, we can say the person is all ears.
Yes, the professor asked the students to be all ears because he was explaining them a complex theory.
Well, I have some news for you too.
Hurry up and tell me. I'm all ears.
The end of term results will be out today.
Really? I'll check my results when I get home.
Okay, then let's listen to some conversations first.
All right.
Listen, Sarah, are you still upset with me?
I don't want to talk about it.
Sarah, please listen to me.
Yeah, go on, I'm all ears. Lucy, there's good news for you about the lucky draw.
Huh? Tell me quick, Sarah. I'm all ears.
You won a cooking pan.
Oh, I'm so happy. You know what? I was thinking about buying one.
Mark, did you hear about the explosion on Maple Street?
No. Tell me. I'm all ears.
Apparently, a gas leak caused the house to explode. Fortunately, no one was hurt.
Wow. That was both good and bad news.
We were all ears when the news came on. Hurry up and tell me. I'm all ears.
Yeah, go on, I'm all ears.
Tell me quick, Sarah. I'm all ears.
Tell me. I'm all ears.
Welcome to 2minutenglish.com, teaching you English through 2-minute lessons.
Let's learn about the idiom daylight robbery in this lesson and how to use it in your conversations.
Suppose you visit a restaurant to have a cup of coffee, which you usually get for $2 every single day. But suddenly, they raise the price to $5. That's a daylight robbery.
That's surely daylight robbery. The idiom daylight robbery means that somebody is charging you very high prices for something or some service.
Yes, daylight robbery means unfair overcharging. It's an idiom which is used when you are upset or angry.
That's right, Duke. We can't use this casually or in polite conversations. It's an expression of indignation. A person who uses this probably isn't going to buy the item which caused this emotion.
I agree, Bob. Sometimes I go to the market, and when they try to overcharge me, I tell them it's daylight robbery, and I never buy that thing.
Good. We mustn't allow people to overcharge us. Let's listen to some conversations now.
When did you buy that t-shirt, Paul?
Don't ask. I got it from a new online store.
For how much?
I paid $20 online for this, but they charged me an extra $30 for delivery.
Wow. That is too much. They robbed you in pure daylight.
Yeah, it's a complete daylight robbery. It's not even branded.
We had to stay a night in Minda's motel. So expensive.
I stayed there once or twice. It wasn't so expensive back then.
They charged us $120 for a very small suite.
Oh, come on. That's daylight robbery. Last time I paid just $60 for the best suit they had.
$120 for that suite is just not worthy at all.
Hey, buddy. How much is that ball?
It's $150.
Whoa. It's expensive. What's the best price you can give me?
I'm afraid there's no bargaining. The price is fixed.
Man, just because you are the only sports shop in town, it doesn't mean you can do a daylight robbery.
Sorry, but that's a limited edition ball signed by Messi. I can show you another one at a good price from a different brand. That's a daylight robbery.
Wow. That is too much. They robbed you in pure daylight.
Yeah, it's a complete daylight robbery. It's not even branded. Oh, come on. That's daylight robbery. Man, just because you are the only sports shop in town, it doesn't mean you can do a daylight robbery. Welcome to 2minutenglish.com, teaching you English through 2-minute lessons.
In this lesson, you will learn the meaning of the idiom a bad apple, and you will learn how to use it in conversations.
The idiom a bad apple is used to describe someone who is inherently bad, dishonest, or a troublemaker.
This idiom is actually a part of the proverb, one rotten apple spoils the whole barrel, which means a single bad person in a group of good people may influence all of them, causing them to do wrong as well.
You are right, Nina. In fact, it may refer to anything which causes something wrong.
Did you just say anything? You mean it also applies to a thing, right? For example, the new sales policy is a bad apple for the whole industry.
That's correct. It means causing a bad influence. Everybody knows that Jimmy is a rotten apple in the committee.
Right. In fact, such a bad apple should be put behind bars. He's a criminal.
Correct. A bad apple can even mean a criminal.
I mean it, Max. We had a really hard time because of him.
Okay, cool down, Nina. Believe me, he'll be taken care of.
Mrs. Austin, I want to talk to you about your son, Calvin.
Yes, Miss Jane.
He's such a bad apple. He's ruining my class.
Calvin? But he's a quiet boy. What is he doing?
He tells the class that I don't teach well and that the class is not learning anything.
Really, Miss Jane? Calvin is a very quiet kid. Maybe the problem is you. Did you all reach a decision at the meeting today?
A waste of time. Pete seems to be a bad apple for the whole management.
Yes, but I don't believe he's the one to blame.
He's the one who caused us to lose the contract because he insulted their CEO.
Bad apple.
Nina, is Irene dating that waiter at Rufo's?
Yes, he is her new crush.
Sorry to hear that. Don't you know he is a bad apple?
Is that true?
Yeah, he dates and dumps.
I'm calling her right now. She deserves to know.
Everybody knows that Jimmy is a rotten apple in the committee.
The new sales policy is a bad apple for the whole industry.
He's such a bad apple. Pete seems to be a bad apple for the whole management. Don't you know he is a bad apple?
Bad apple.
Welcome to 2minutenglish.com, teaching you English through 2-minute lessons.
Let's learn how to use the idiom a bitter pill in your conversations.
Linda, let's talk about the idiom a bitter pill. This idiom is used to define something that is unpleasant but inevitable.
That's right. It's something which must be accepted even if it's not going to be a good experience or may cause grief. The news of our defeat, for instance, will be a bitter pill for our sports teacher.
Absolutely. A bitter pill defines disappointment or humiliation. Here's an example. It's a bitter pill for Peter that he hasn't been selected for a scholarship.
Poor Peter. We can also use the idiom as a bitter pill to swallow. A bitter pill is something which is hard to accept, which is difficult to endure.
You are correct. For me, it'll be a bitter pill to swallow if I cannot get admitted to St. Peter's.
But if you move to Detroit, your mom and dad will be all alone at home. It'll be a bitter pill to swallow for them if you go away.
I have no worries about that. My elder brother and sister-in-law are moving here from San Francisco for good.
Great news.
Yes, Linda, it'll surely help me. Let's listen to some conversations now.
The environmental organization has sued us, Wesley.
That's what I was worried of. I warned Gary not to dump the debris in the lake.
We might lose our registration status with the Chamber of Commerce.
It's a bitter pill, but it's inevitable. The chairman should have listened to me.
Hi, Vera. Where's your new car?
Oh, don't even ask. My son drove it last night and hit a lamp post. It will cost me $3,000 to have it fixed.
Wow. This gotta be a better pill to swallow.
Sure it is. Now I have to work overtime to come up with the money. Linda, have you heard about the factory?
I heard they will shut down 2 plants.
Yes, including the one in our town. Many people will be laid off.
Wow, that's a bitter pill to swallow.
Especially if we're 2 of the unemployed.
We better get back to work and stay alert. I don't want to be chosen for the layoffs.
Let's go.
The news of our defeat, for instance, will be a bitter pill for our sports teacher. It'll be a bitter pill to swallow for them if you go away.
It's a bitter pill, but it's inevitable.
Wow. This gotta be a better pill to swallow.
It's a bitter pill for Peter that he hasn't been selected for a scholarship.
Wow, that's a bitter pill to swallow.
Welcome to 2minutenglish.com, teaching you English through 2-minute lessons.
In this lesson, we will learn how to use the idiom, a penny for your thoughts.
A penny for your thoughts is an idiom used to ask what somebody is thinking about.
However, it does not mean that I will give him a real penny for telling me his thoughts, right?
This is an idiom, Brenda. Idioms never mean what they say. It means that you are actually interested in his ideas or you are willing to listen to him. A penny for your thoughts, Brenda.
Oh, well, I was thinking if this is used more when someone is in a deep thought or in trouble.
That's right. It is a polite way of asking somebody what they are thinking about if he or she is quiet for a long time.
Yes, it also means that you're requesting that somebody give you his or her opinion. Am I correct? A penny for your thoughts.
You are right, but don't you think I deserve more for my precious thoughts?
Oh, come on, Tony. I won't give you even a penny anyway.
Just kidding. Okay, let's listen to some conversations now.
A penny for your thoughts, Jack. You look troubled.
It's nothing, Anna. I just want to be alone for the moment.
Come on, Jack. You can tell me.
I want to join the army, but my mom won't allow me.
That's what's bothering you so much?
Yeah, you may think that's not worth a penny, but it's important to me.
I understand, but you shouldn't worry so much.
Our beach has become so dirty.
It's become a busy tourist attraction.
How do you feel about tourists? A penny for your thoughts?
Sure, tourism is good, but we still need to take care of the beach.
Hey Anna, you look upset. A penny for your thoughts, my dear?
Oh, it's nothing, but now you made me remember a song that I love.
Really? Which one?
Lavender by Marillion. There's a part that goes exactly like this. A penny for your thoughts, my dear.
I see. Sorry, but I've never heard of it.
It's a lovely song.
A penny for your thoughts, Brenda.
A penny for your thoughts, Jack. You look troubled.
A penny for your thoughts? A penny for your thoughts, my dear?
Welcome to 2minutenglish.com, teaching you English through 2-minute lessons.
In this lesson, you will learn how to use the idiom back to square one in your conversations.
Let's learn about the idiom back to square one today.
I know a little about it. Doesn't it mean we have to start from the beginning?
The idiom back to square one means you have to make a fresh start again.
It means doing something from the initial point after an attempt has failed.
Mom is back to square one trying to make sushi in the kitchen.
I told her to follow the cooking guide, but she didn't listen to me.
I was just giving an example.
Oh, I'm hungry now. I mean, we walked a lot today. We went back to square one on our hiking trip since we took a wrong turn.
Is this just another example?
It did happen. That's why I was so late today.
The idiom back to square one means you have to start over from the beginning. You should have been more careful.
All right, let's listen to some conversations until Mom finishes making the sushi.
Hello, Ben. You're home early today.
Yeah, I have lots of homework to do.
What happened?
The presentation topic was completely changed.
So you're back to square one?
I am, Amelie, I am. Were you awake all night, Amelie?
Tomorrow's the last day to submit the model.
But you've completed it, right?
The thermocol got burnt. Had to go back to square one to get a new piece.
I told you, smoking is harmful. Did you hear about Mrs. Sandra?
Yes, I met her yesterday at City Hall. She's getting married again.
This is her third marriage, right?
Yeah, it looks like she's back to square one in her personal life.
I hope it works out this time. Oh, I talked to Gordon today.
How's he doing?
He's back to square one in his business again. He's made a loss again.
Mom is back to square one trying to make sushi in the kitchen.
So you're back to square one? The thermocol got burnt. Had to go back to square one to get a new piece. Yeah, it looks like she's back to square one in her personal life.
He's back to square one in his business again.